What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Blaze, and today we're going to be doing a Nuzlocke challenge video. It's not something that's pretty common in my channel, but this is of the new released ROM hack Pokemon GS Chronicles. Now, this game is supposedly said to be pretty difficult in terms of the difficulty, and I wanted to test that out for myself. So I decided to do this challenge video. Can I beat Pokemon GS Chronicles using only Nuzlocke rules? Now, the rules of this Nuzlocke are: first, I can only play in set mode. Second, one encounter per route, and static encounters can be considered as separate Pokemon. And third is that I have to avoid using items in battle. That means I can use items, but I have to avoid like the most I can. And I did use only few items during this playthrough. So, without further ado, and oh yeah, one more important thing: if a Pokemon faints, it dies, and it has to be immediately boxed into the dead box. And there are quite a few painful deaths. You guys will see soon. So starting off the adventure, our Nuzlocke, we have the intro sequence, and then I name myself Blaze. And then I go to Professor Elm's lab, and then pick up a Totodile. I named Ruby. It had pretty decent IVs, and I was pretty happy with Totodile. I like Totodile; it's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I thought that would be very decent. And its speed IVs were pretty nice. I really liked it. I traveled to Mr. Pokemon's house and clapped my rival Silver and the other rival Chris in a battle later on the game, Chris will be difficult, who turns out to be the main roadblock of my game. I get a Pidgey I named Sped and a Spear named Lance, who died in a battle from ranks to Joey Damage Ratata, which was unfortunate, but I got a Taillow which I used and named it Jet. I met Chris once again, and I met Primo, who gave a few Premier Balls to me, and at Sprout Tower, I got a Ratata who I forgot to nickname. Then was the Sprout Tower Elder. His team wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I was just scared of his Hoot Hoot, who would use hypnosis shenanigans, put me to sleep, and things like that. So I wasn't as scared, but he never used hypnosis, so it wasn't bad, I will say. All right, now Golbat after Zubat evolved into a Golbat after that, and then I had to just had my rival as seriously. I don't know when he'll ever give up, and he's just dumb. Other than Chris, he's just dumb. And then I spent an hour looking for a headbutt tree, which was a very annoying to find. By the way, it was not fun. I will definitely say that. Jesus Christ, I hated finding headbutt tree. Eventually, I found out Heracross is in the national park contest, but you'll see what the encounter for that was. Then we met Lyra's grandpa, and then his grandpa asked if you were dating or such, which was weird. But then from National Park, I got an Elekid, which I was really happy about. I decided to play as land for a while because in this game, if you hold an Electrizer and evolve Electabuzz, it'll immediately become Electivire, and I wanted to use one so badly. After that, I got a Scyther, which I named Raiden. I think that was the name. I don't remember. I even got a Growlithe. I get this janitor dude his keys back, which I need to get from the sewers. At the sewers, I had to go there and get me a few of my encounters. And not only that, we also got the TM for Sludge Bomb from the sewers, which I immediately thought to go bad because that was going to be so helpful, so helpful. The next was Proton once again. He led up with this Nidorino, which I immediately proceeded to two-shot using Golbat's Wing Attack so that I don't get toxic. Then he decided to send out his Boozer, which I also proceeded to two-shot Wing Attack before it immediately switched into Magmar. And Wing Attack hit, but I got Flame Bodied, so I decided to offer Sludge Bomb, but Magmar barely lived. Did chip damage with Faint Attack before I destroyed it. Then Boozle came out, did priority damage with Aqua Jet before it also too went. Then he brought out his Pinsir, so I decided to switch into my Scyther, which easily took care of the Pinsir without any issue. So Proton this time around was pretty easy. I also got a Torchic, which I was so excited about because Torchic is my boy, and I immediately named it after myself, aka Blaze, because the Blaze Squad. So I was pretty. Next up was the gym battle with Whitney, and this was another pretty easy battle. I was scared for it because I did not have any sort of, a strategy for this, but I was set to go. Batman nearly O-code Grand Bull with a sludge bomb, but it just went for charm, and I was using special moves, so it was fine. Then she just brought her annoying Milk Tank out, and I just go for a sludge bomb once again. But Zen Headbutt did probably something that I did not expect. It did really low damage compared to Milk Tank's, average stats. And I destroyed Milk Tank. Then he brought out Togetic as it just decided to spam Yawn. I got the poison on it with Sludge Bomb. And when Golbat fell asleep, I was able to take it out with Ruby. Then Clefairy came, who was very resistant to dying. My god, it was so annoying. I had to switch in between Rocky and when Rocky came out, I decided to try Gyro Ball, but it didn't work, so I had to just switch into Elekid, who was eventually able to finish it off with a Shockwave. Then Ruby, my crocodile, immediately evolved into a Feraligatr, which I was so happy about. It learned a new move called Aqua Skills. Then Thor, my Elekid, also evolved into Electabuzz, which I was really happy about. We had an awkward moment with Chris against Elder Mokai, and then Elder Mokai gave me an Eevee, which I decided to evolve into Sylveon because I wanted to use a Fairy type. Next, I went to the Burn Tower where I was expecting a rival fight, but that was pretty easy. And from Burn Tower, I actually got a Numel, which I named Camel. I think Numel's a pretty decent Pokemon. And so far, everything's been going great, right? No deaths, no nothing like that. Well, that was all about to come to an end when I was going to face Morty. He was a disaster. Morty is by far the most difficult gym leader in this playthrough. He has a Gen 4 mechanic known by the name of Fog, where your moves will 40% of the time miss. A lot of it mischievous, and oh my god, that thing is the most annoying thing I've ever seen. It avoided every single one of my attacks. My god, it affiliated curse on my Feraligatr, shenanigans like that. It switched between Golbat, and finally he also switched into his Gengar. And oh my god, I was not in a good situation, guys. I was dying. I did not want to lose Batman because he had done so well. Then I had to switch to my Combustion because I felt that he would just go for something like Shadow Ball. But no, he went for Hypnosis. And I was just clinging on to dear life. Thankfully, my Rocky was able to stop that monster by using Dig. And if that weren't enough, Mr. was dodged my attacks again and again, and he did play a curse on my Onyx. Then I had to switch to Electabuzz, who took care of the Haunter that came out. Then shenanigans like that. This battle was just awful. Morty is a boss battle that should not be taken lightly. He's just God, he was awful. Then brought his Drifloon and I had to switch into my Sylveon Silva, and he was thankfully able to take it out. The curse damage brought Silva very low. I needed Silva to hit at all costs so that he would live, and the stupid Misdreavus dodged the attack. Silva got killed by a freaking curse damage, and finally, my um, my the team member was able to take the thing out. Thankfully, Golbat did it, but at the cost of Thor, who also died in this battle. Dear Lord, dear, this was just painful. Fuck this battle. Jesus Christ, I hate it. I added back Fluffy onto the team, and it evolved into Ampharos, which I did not know was Electric Dragon in this game, which I was really happy about. Then I got my boy Magnemite, which I was really excited to use because I love Magnezone quite a lot. And not only that, um, Golbat evolved into Crobat because I gave it the Suit Bell, and my Blaze died because you fucking confusion hacks. Oh my god, the amount of trainers that I faced off in this game that have confusion with Golbat is just insane. Oh my god, I hate confusion. I'm just suffering here, guys. This is just suffering for me. There's nothing else. This game just wants me to lose. Then we have an awkward moment with our rival Chris once again, where who's just arguing with her father about Asperus getting a new Pokemon League, thing like that. So things like that were happening. Everybody was arguing, and I fought against my rival Chris once again. And the funny thing in that battle was that her Luxray just continuously spammed a swagger on my Onyx. At first, I was really scared, but the funny thing was Onyx never missed a move. It was just like, I don't care, I will not miss. My trainer is my everything. And it was just like, oh, that was beautiful. That was amazing. I was just seeing Onyx just sweeping her entire team. That was awesome. Wow, Onyx he didn't want me to lose. He loves me. He loves me. Onyx is like that. Love Onyx, guys. It's awesome. It's awesome. We also got the deck snap from Professor Oak, which was pretty interesting, and I really needed that. So thanks to Professor Oak for that. But the next gym leader was Chuck, where again the battle was difficult. This is where the true EV training really begins to pop up. The next fight was with Chuck, and Chuck was I'll just explain what happened. So he lays off with a Heracross, which had a flying attack reducing berries, so Wing Attack wasn't able to OHKO, but Heracross just went for Smart Strike, and I finished off the next turn. He brought his Primeape out, and I just went for Wing Attack. Batman avoided Rock Slide, MVP of this team, and then finished Primeape off from there. He brought his Poliwrath out. Batman again avoided Hypnosis, did damage Wing Attack. The next fight he barely lived, which was obviously 1 HP. Hit Hypnosis, so I switched into Raiden, which became my Scyther, and finished the Poliwrath off. But when Hariyama came out, that Hariyama is evil, went for Poison Jab, left me with like a few HP, got the poison and killed me. Oh my god, that was a painful. Why? Just why? What did I do to deserve that? And my Feraligatr finished it by right at the what cost? What cost? I got Robert my Growlithe and immediately evolved into a Arcanine, and next was the Steel Gym Jasmine, which was probably very easy. She lit up with a Magneton, and I just had to use Robert to just, take out the thing. And then when Laron came out, it was absolute pure massacre. Feraligatr set up few Dragon Dances and swept, unleashed the Kraken. The power is too much. My boy Feraligatr will kill you all. Haha. But Jasmine's team was weak to begin with. I mean, like, her team really sucks. Like, who uses freaking Bastiodon on her team? Who uses Bastiodon? I mean, like, if it's a Radical Red one, Bastiodon with Valiant Shield, then yes, you can use it. But one that is absolutely useless, why would you ever use something like that? No, Bastiodon's just dumb. I really wish they did something better with Jasmine. I think she got the short end of the stick here. Short end of the stick. I had another rival battle with Chris, and in this, the battle wasn't as bad as you may think. She learned of a lady, and I just killed it. But then she immediately switched into our Miss Magius. I went for Confuse Ray to confuse it, but it hit through and hit Psychic, and my Crobat was pretty much in a bad situation. So I decided to switch out into my Ampharos. Then she switch into a Sylveon. Then I had to switch back into my Crobat to use the Cross Poison, but it hit Miss Magius instead. So I had to just switch back into Arcanine and then use Flamethrower. Then when her Luxray came out, she immediately switched back into her Ninetale. And things from there, and I switched into Rocky, and things went a bit out of hand. When I switched into Rocky, Nighthawks went for Confuse Ray, and I was at first not mad, but then when she went for Energy Ball, I knew Rocky's time had come, critical hit, and killed me.
Hey, knock it off! There's a kid back there!
I'm in danger!
So my basically safe run was going to come to a horrible end. And eventually, most of my team was able to take care of it. My camera was just like switching it between the Sylveon and when the Metang came out, that evil Metang, it I didn't know, but it had Earthquake and O-Code Camel. Yep, and it O-Code Camel. Arcanine was eventually able to take care of the Sylveon before my lamp came out, and was also trying to take care of the Sylveon because Sylveon apparently turned out to be the worst thing in the universe. I was literally just I needed some really needed fairy coverage because I was just not doing good, and eventually lamp fell. My boy also fell. So, hey guys, so what happened was that after I edited this video is when I realized that Lamp had actually died because later on in the series I did continue to use Lamp, which meant I technically did cheat, which was obviously not my fault. I forgot to recheck the footage of which people had died so I could properly box them. I accidentally boxed my camera up instead of Lamp, so I basically basically cheated in this run. But I'm still gonna continue this anyways because people want my content, so I'm just gonna continue on how it happened. The route of Lake of Rage, I caught an Absol which I named Nagato because it absolutely fits it, and I was also able to catch the red Gyarados. I decided to name the Gyarados broken because it's obviously broken. Come on, guys, it's freaking Gyarados. And I decided to go easy on this game at first, but something so horrible happened that it took me to my core. You will understand. I decided to evolve my Rock Hard the Graveler into a Golem, and what you're seeing on your screen is absolutely correct. Batman finally died. The MVP of the squad, the one who had carried my team the most, the one who helped me the most, had finally died. My God, this one just hurt on a personal level. I decided to box him and replace him with Jet the Swallow. Rip Batman, the best Crobat in the world. Best Crobat in the world. Next up was a battle with Lorelei, who's actually the sound gym leader instead of Price, which makes sense because Price sucks. And the battle started off with Arcanine and Glaceon. Arcanine easily destroyed Glaceon without much issue, but when Lapras came out is when things got a bit dicey. I couldn't properly switch into my Ampharos because Ampharos gets destroyed by Lapras because it's part dragon. Jesus Christ, it should be Electric Fairy. And the thing is, I had to switch into Nagato eventually to let it die because that Lapras is something my team cannot deal with. Seriously, my team was just that bad. I eventually did take it out, but then my Lamp was able to finish the Lapras. Then she switched into a Jinx, so I went for Power Gem and nearly died to an Ice Beam. So switched back into my Arcanine to take care of the Jinx, which was easily done with. Then came her insanely deadly Glalie, not Glalie, sorry, Frostlass, which I will talk about later. Glalie went for Explosion, Arcanine nearly killed me, but when Frostlass came out is when things got really bad. The burn on Feraligatr was awful since Lapras got the first turn one, son of a bitch, and the Crunch was just not doing enough damage, and I decided to switch into Golem, see if it can tank a hit, and Frostbite apparently crits every single time, so Golem went. So did my Swallow, and eventually my Arcanine did survive the incoming Frostbite after I sacked Swallow and finished the Frostlass, but my team was just not doing good. Damn, this game is just too difficult. The next encounters I got were a Manectric from the route, and I also got a Swinub from Ice Path, which I was really excited for because I love Swinub and I want to use Mamoswine. And yeah, things like that had happened, but the next battle with Chris ended my run. Literally. My God, just why she jumped me out of nowhere. I decided to hold back on the game because I did not want to use Gyarados, but when I tried to use it, everything went downhill with this Chris battle. My God, that stupid Ninetales overpowered my Feraligatr with a critical hit energy ball of all the times. of all the times when I needed for alligator. And don't even get me started on the rest of our team. They were absolute monsters. Just I could not deal with this with that team anymore. Seriously, all of our team I know for a fact was EV trained because they were outspeeding my Dragon Dance boosted Pokemon as well. So I knew that they were EV trained. Now I was in a bad situation. I could not get out of it, and I decided to finally give up on the run because yeah, that was just unexpected. That battle was just unexpected. I wasn't even fully healed at that time. This is one thing about the games that I don't like because the jump battles are just too much. There were so many close calls that I've had because of the many jump battles. This game is new, so I just tried Nuzlocke it for fun, but it didn't go as my plan because everything went downhill for me. You guys can see what is happening around in the battle, so I don't have to explain it for you. But still, I'm done with the GS Chronicles. I'm still playing the game and I've reached the league so far, and it's finally time for me to stop this run. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. And there you go. That's what we found out. Beaumont GS Chronicles using only Nuzlocke rules. Well, the game is hard, but during the early game, it's not that bad. But when you pass Morty, is when the game gets more difficult. When you reach Morty, the game becomes very difficult, and you have to be alert at all costs because the game just will start torturing you from there. I won't say it's actual torture, but it might as well be. And the EV training of this game, the problem is with the EV training is that even though you get the Macho Brace, you remember the Dex and Radical Red where the Pokemon just don't run away? In the game, they run away, and it's just something that I cannot accept. I don't want to be annoyed to death by something like that. No, I'm not in the mood for shit like that. That's just BS. Okay. So with this, the video is concluded. Hope you all have a really nice day. You can just you all can subscribe. It's free. No, I'm not gonna force you guys to. If you enjoy my content, make sure to drop a like button and comment down below. So peace out.